What has allowed this group to be as stingy defensively as it's been this season, last season, just philosophically or tactically? What do you attribute that to?
I think philosophically and personnel. So, look, the overall philosophy that we have, that, defense wins championships, it's out there. It's true in many different sports, certainly in ours. Personnel-wise, I mean, look, when we're winning a bunch of championships, Nico, he was always a willing and able defender. Raul, to his credit, Jordan, Albert knows his roles and responsibilities. The midfielders always have to do it by design of the position. And then you get back to, stellar goalkeeping and great center back pairing of Ymar and Jackson, and, Nuhu being a lockdown type, defender. So it's probably personnel and philosophy.
Fans, obviously want to see goals and they want to see it's exciting. But when you guys have as much success as you've had, do you see the beauty in the little things defensively that a lot of people probably don't look at?
Yeah, look, the crowd gets excited when Nuhu locks his guy down in the corner, wins the ball, and does his high step the other direction. They get excited about some of those defensive plays. I know they appreciate. I think our fan base is knowledgeable enough to know. They understand what a valuable, piece we have in Ymar, his interceptions, with Jackson, his ability to start our attacking movements. Our fans get that. So I think people notice the little things.
How nervous do you get when there's PKs involved? Is it nerves? Is it my guys will do the job that we know they can do?
It's nerve-wracking as a fan. As a coach, I'm a fan first and then a coach. It's still nerve-wracking. But the guys have been training, and we practice them in a specific way that mimics the most pressure as possible. We line them up there, team and team, and it's pure pressure. And there's outside pressure in a full stadium, but sometimes pure pressure is just as important.
They're missing one of their big pieces, obviously, with the red card. How does that change your tactics or anything at all?
No. They're still a good team. Polish kid, Kowalski. I think I'm saying his name incorrectly, but he's a good player. They'll fill in. They've got a good team.
They seemed very happy to get the game to penalties last game. I would imagine they don't feel like they can play for penalties again this week. How does that change the approach that, how do you think that will change the way this game plays out?
Well, they have to win. So I'm sure that Benny doesn't want to, like you just said, doesn't want to risk penalties. So they'll come out a little more aggressive defensively. They'll try and, make sure their attacking movements are good, but we're doing the same thing. We're going to make sure we press at the right moments, because we're not going to go there and just lay back for 90 minutes. We're going to try and, fashion our attacking movements to see what we, to exploit what we saw on film. So it'll be decided maybe by which team makes the better adjustments.
What does having Obed back do for you?
It gives us more fluidity, because Christian was kind of used to that holding role. JP's more of a holding type guy. Obed has the range to get up and down the field and get himself in dangerous spots. So it gives us a more fluid look, which, it's going to help us.
What would you like to see from Pedro in a game like this?
Well, slightly better performance than the last time. He's got to keep, going like this. He's not perfect. The kid's not perfect, but, his contributions on the score sheet, the goal early, he hasn't really had much, but he's done other things. When the ball's at his feet, it's hard to get it off. Sometimes his decision-making might not be the best, so he's got to clean those up. So demand the ball in hard spots, because you're technically able to extend our possessions and then make some good decisions in the final third.
It seems like he's particularly willing to get into challenges. He seems like he's a very, effective counter pressing. What does that change in terms of what you guys are able to do?
No, it doesn't change anything. I think everybody plays like that. Paul likes to do it. Even Georgie, even though he's a real true winger, he'll counter press. Everybody counter presses. It's part of the, again, philosophy of our group.